Hello everybody, let's have a look on your page number 220, and let me remind you that we were doing chapter number 18 of geography. That's the first chapter of geography, and the name is our environment. Number is 18, as I told you. So the last time we have studied about what is environment. Basically, environment includes our surrounding, then interaction between biotic and abiotic elements. That's the most important interaction between biotic and abiotic element. So today we are going to study about the components of environment. This is the most easiest chapter you would have ever studied. You just need to go through quickly with few of the things. There are many things which we already know. There are not many new things, but still to make an alignment to your mind कि हमारा environment में क्या है और एक दूसरे के ऊपर हमारा क्या effect है. That is what we are going to study. So if talking about the components of environment, can you look at page number 220 and read this particular 3 lines. In this they have written, the first is the natural, the second one is human, and the last one is human made. So we can define it into natural, we have human, and then we have human made, or to which you usually say man made. So these are the 3 components of environment. इसके बिना आपको environment में कुछ और मिलता है? Guess about it? No, I don't think so. So let's study what is there in the natural environment, what is there in the human environment, and what is there in the man-made one. So I'm going to start from the man-made one. This is the most simplest one. Everything around you which man has made. So that's all the man-made one. So let's have a few examples. The example says there are buildings around you, there are parks, bridges, dams, etc. All these things are man-made. You can also include the malls in this if you feel so. Everything in the infrastructure is the man-made environment which we have created. Even the monuments which you see, the historical monuments, they are the man-made environment components. Then humans. Humans is nothing but you and me. You, me, your family, our community, our religion, education system, economic and political situation. जिस situation में currently we are living, that is the human environment right now. So we have our family in this. We have community as a whole. Then we have religion like Sikh religion, Jain religion, Hindu religion, any of the religion. Then is educational way we are taking the education. This is the environment of our particular country, or you can say the world. And then is the natural one. What is there in the natural ones? Further components. The first one is lithosphere. So today we will be focusing on these. What is there in the lithosphere? Then we have hydrosphere. Then we have atmosphere, perfect. Then we have biosphere. 3 of them are very easy. You can easily connect. Litho, you can connect it with land. Simple. Hydro, you can connect it with water. Very simple. And then atmosphere, you can connect it with air. Is it not very simple? Yes. 3, you already know what is there. Litho means land, hydro means related to water, and atmosphere related to air. So let's see what's there in the biosphere now. Biosphere, that's what? Now a guessing point. So moving little further and looking at the natural environment in which we have lithosphere as the first point. Before that, this is what I have explained to you. Natural components includes the biotic and the abiotic ones. Biotic as plants, animals, humans, etc. Abiotic is sunshine, rainfall, etc. And this abiotic are found in the other natural conditions without any change by the humans. जब humans उसमें कोई change नहीं करते हैं, so that's called the natural environment. So let's study about lithosphere. You already know that the outermost solid layer or the crust of the earth is known as lithosphere. I told you it is related to land. Lithosphere related to land. So outermost crust or the solid layer is lithosphere. What it consists of? इसमें क्या क्या है? There are rocks and minerals. There is a fertile soil in this. And we also have space on which we have built our houses, and we do some economic activity on it. The lithosphere has highly undiluting terrain. That means moving like a wave की तरह move करता है. कभी mountains आ जाते हैं, कभी plateaus आ जाते हैं, कभी ocean and all of stuff. The terrain forms the diverse landform, continents and ocean floors. So lithosphere is having undiluting terrain. So moving little further towards hydrosphere. Hydro, I told you it is related to water. So hydro is related to water, fresh as well as the saline water which is there in the oceans, found in different water bodies such as rivers, lakes, wetlands, seas, oceans, polar ice caps, etc. Hydrosphere is essential for all living organisms. That you agree? सारे living organisms के लिए hydrosphere is a very important natural component. Say, if there is no water on earth, you cannot think of life. The only thing which makes our planet earth different is we have water on this particular planet. Hydrosphere is also domain in which life began on our planet million years ago. सबसे पहले life कहाँ पे begin हुई थी? Biotic component कहाँ पे begin हुआ था? That was hydrosphere. That means inside the water or the ocean. So this obviously makes our planet unique. That's what I have told you already. Then it's a layer that is responsible for life on earth. Now we are also actually trying to look for the signs of the presence of water on other planets. हम दूसरे planet में सबसे पहले कौन सी चीज़ देखते हैं? We look for 2 or 3 things. We look for वहाँ पे atmosphere क्या है. We also look for कि वहाँ पे water की availability है या नहीं. लेकिन water क्या optimally use हुआ है land पे, हमारी earth पे? Hydrosphere को हमने ख़राब किया है? Yes, we have done. We humans, we have made lot of things, lot of changes, bad changes in hydrosphere which we shouldn't have done. So let's see what your book has actually given you. Amphibians are suffering due to the rivers in which you are putting all the waste. We human beings are actually generating the waste, and it is sent into rivers and groundwater, lakes, and finally into oceans. So amphibians are finding it difficult to live inside the water or maybe on the land also. Amphibian is something is written cold-blooded animals, smooth-skinned animals that can live both on land and water. So they have simply given you example as frog. So वो endangered होती जा रही है species. The wetlands are being filled to make way for construction. कुछ wetlands को fill किया जा रहा है ताकि उसके ऊपर construction बढ़ा दें, because population is increasing. Our underground water table has sunk 100 of feet below. ये भी हो गया है because we have taken so much of ground level for our consumption purposes that we are not making any kind of method in which the ground water level can be refilled. हमने ऐसा method नहीं लगाया बल्कि वो खाते ही जा रहे हैं. So अगर आप example लो that you have a glass of water and you keep on drinking that water continuously and not trying to refill it with the water from outside source like bottle से या फिर water cooler से, तो आपको क्या लगता है वो आप पीते जाओगे तो glass में पानी हमेशा रहेगा? No, this is not going to happen. We have to refill, we have to make sure, use some method in which it can be refilled so that you can drink again. सो ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल इतना नीचे जा चुका है कि वहाँ पे हैवी मेटल्स हैं, एंड इफ़ यू आर ड्रिंकिंग दैट इट इज़ गिविंग डिफॉर्मिटीज़ इन ह्यूमन बींग्स. डिफॉर्मिटीज़ मीन्स जो फिजिकल हमारा स्ट्रक्चर है उसमें छेड़खानी हो गई है, क्योंकि मिनरल्स, एक अगर प्रेग्नेंट लेडी ने वो मिनरल वो वाला वाटर पी लिया जिसमें हैवी मेटल्स मिक्स्ड हैं, so that becomes a problem for human beings. So we should avoid water pollution. How we can avoid water pollution? We have to produce the minimum waste. All the waste water must be treated at the source before being dumped into the water. That means हमें गंदा पानी directly rivers में नहीं फेंकना है. It must be treated before that. Rainwater harvesting must be undertaken to allow groundwater to get recharged. Wetlands, lake, lagoons, salt marshes must be protected from any kind of destruction. मतलब जो natural way में हमारी चीज़ें wetlands and lakes है उनको naturally रहने दो. We shouldn't change it. Moving further to atmosphere. Now, as I already told you, litho means land. We have studied about this is the outermost layer of the earth and its crust. We have hydrosphere that is related to water and it is a very important component. Then we are moving towards atmosphere. As we know, atmosphere is related to air, atmosphere around us. Atmosphere is a thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. It consists of gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, dust and water vapor. These are also very important for the human beings to survive. The atmosphere traps the heat of the earth and also prevents the ultraviolet UV rays of the sun from affecting us. The atmosphere is also a domain where all weather phenomena as rain, winds take place. It is also an important thing to survive. Maybe you can live without water for few hours, but I must say you cannot live without oxygen even for a minute or for few seconds as well. Life becomes very difficult without oxygen. So this is also very important. So when we find out कि दूसरे planet पे लाइफ हो सकती है, सो वी श्योरली फाइंड आउट कि एटमॉस्फेयर है वहाँ पे, क्या ऐसी गैसेस हैं जो ह्यूमंस को लेने में उनके बॉडी चल सकती है, या फिर वाटर है. दैट्स व्हाट वी फाइंड. इसमें भी अभी हमने प्रॉब्लम की है. वी आर द ह्यूमंस एंड वी आर मेकिंग प्रॉब्लम इन एवरीथिंग. If you would have seen this corona effect and we are not using many of the vehicles outside and our environment is getting more clearer. Environment बहुत clear हो गया है पहले से. हमने क्या प्रॉब्लम्स खड़ी करी हैं इन दिस पर्टिकुलर नेचुरल component of the earth. We are burning the fossil fuels and that is emitting harmful gases, due to which the greenhouse effect has started. It has triggered the increase in the average temperature of the earth. It may prove catastrophic. That means it is going to be disastrous. ये सब ख़त्म भी कर सकता है. सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल इसमें दिया जाता है that if the temperature of the earth will rise, it will melt the polar caps. What will it melt? It melt the polar caps and the sea level water will rise, due to which all the coastal areas, there are many coastal areas which will sink in the water, which will basically sink inside the water. So coastal areas ख़त्म हो जाएंगे and धीरे धीरे humans will get into this problem. That means land हमारे रहने के लिए पहले ही कम है और थोड़ा और कम हो जाएगा. We are actually emitting out the dangerous chlorofluorocarbons. It has created a hole in ozone layer, the atmosphere, allowing harmful UV rays to enter inside the atmosphere. If we are hurting our ozone layer, that means we are allowing harmful UV rays of the sun to enter inside our atmosphere, which may result in skin cancer and some other diseases. So moving further towards biosphere, I told you 3 things I have already connected. What about the biosphere? Now there is one diagram as well which shows the 4 of the components in one picture. Hydrosphere is the water, atmosphere is the air and the gases, lithosphere is the land, and biosphere is something what? Some living organisms which are there. What kind of living organisms? Plants and animals are the biosphere, in which life takes birth and life ends as well. All the plant and animal species together make up the biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, air interact with each other to support life. बायोस्फीयर को सपोर्ट करने के लिए ये सारी चीज़ें ज़रूरी है. लिथोस्फीयर इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, एटमॉस्फेयर इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, हाइड्रोस्फीयर इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट. Then only there will be biosphere very well supported by the earth. It can also be called as sum total of all the spheres of the earth. That's what I do. इनका sum total बनने के बाद क्या बनता है? Biosphere. Biosphere is a self-regulatory and closed system where sunlight is the only element that comes from the external source. So कौन सी चीज़ external source से ले रहा है biosphere? That is sunlight. Plants use sunlight to produce food. Biosphere can extend up to as high as few kilometers in the atmosphere where birds and insects and microbes, pollens and spores can be found. हवा में भी होती हैं ये चीज़ें. It also extends up to few kilometers below the surface of earth. तो below the surface of earth एक सबसे important example, कई बार earthworm भी नीचे रहता है. Into the ocean में रहती हैं fishes. Some species of microbes have been discovered that can tolerate extremely dark, high temperature and pressure condition in the deep ocean vents. That means ये लिथोस्फीयर के ऊपर एटमॉस्फेयर तक और लिथोस्फीयर के काफ़ी नीचे तक, हाइड्रोस्फीयर के काफ़ी नीचे तक भी पाया जाता है. So it's sum of all other natural components. So that's here we finish our practice zone 2. In the next video, and that would be the last video for our UT1, that will be ecosystem and human environment. With this we will finish our chapter. Today we have finished what? We have finished the natural environment, and we studied about the 3 components of environment, that is the natural one, human ones and human made. This we need not to study, we are already aware. These were some of the typical terms which were there in the natural environment, and we have studied it in the depth. So making it in the revision again: litho, land; atmosphere, air; hydro, water; and biosphere is sum of all, in which plants and animal species are there. Thank you.